Salem, a town where no secret stays buried for long, is about to welcome two familiar faces back home. But this isn't just a sweet reunion, it's a return into the storm. Lani Price Grant and Eli Grant, one of Days of Our Lives' most beloved couples, are making their long-awaited comeback. They're returning for celebration, but what they'll find instead is tension, betrayal, and a family on the verge of breaking apart. The grand opening of the Dr. Tom Horton Free Clinic is meant to be a night of honor, healing, and hope. But as Salem gathers under the same roof, old wounds reopen, alliances fracture, and hidden emotions flare. And when Lani and Eli step back into this world, they quickly realize, time may have passed, but chaos in Salem never changes. When Lani and Eli left Salem, they carried with them the dream every Salem couple longs for: peace. A fresh start. A life unshadowed by betrayals, secrets, and the never-ending cycle of pain that haunts this town. They built their new world around love and family, raising their twins far from the chaos that once defined them. And now, for the first time in years, they're coming home, smiling, confident, and stronger than ever. Paulina Price can barely contain her excitement. The daughter she once feared losing is returning, and for one perfect night, she dares to believe everything might be right again. But Salem has a cruel sense of humor. Whispers ripple before the reunion even begins, quiet talk of tension between Abe and Paulina, of arguments behind closed doors. When Lani and Eli finally arrive at the gala, the air feels heavy. Hugs are warm, but laughter feels rehearsed. Abe's eyes avoid Paulina's for a moment too long. Lani exchanges a quick look with Eli, the kind of silent recognition that says something's wrong here. What should have been a night of joy suddenly feels like stepping back into the storm they thought they'd escaped. For decades, Abe Carver has been the moral compass of Salem, steady, disciplined, and guided by integrity. Paulina Price, by contrast, has always lived by passion, instinct, and the belief that love can fix anything. Together, they've survived lies, politics, and betrayal. But now, that love stands on the edge of collapse. The breaking point? Their son, Theo Carver, and his shocking new role as CEO of DiMera Enterprises. To Abe, the DiMera name is poison, power twisted by greed. He's seen too many lives destroyed by that family's ruthless ambition. He wanted Theo safe, far away from all of it. But Paulina, in her trademark boldness, urged him to follow his heart. She believed in his right to make his own path, even if it led straight into DiMera territory. Now, Abe feels blindsided. To him, Paulina crossed a line, not just as a partner, but as someone who should have stood by him. What she calls love, he calls betrayal. And every polite smile between them hides 1,000 unsaid words. As Lani looks on, she realizes this isn't just a disagreement, it's a slow unraveling of everything her parents once stood for. The gala for the Dr. Tom Horton Free Clinic glows with elegance and history. Crystal chandeliers shimmer over the crowd. Laughter floats through the air. It's a night meant to honor hope, the spirit of service, family, and second chances. But under the surface, tension hums like static electricity. Lani and Eli arrive hand in hand, greeted by applause and affection. Old friends, Chanel, Johnny, and their son Trey, rush to meet them. There's laughter, hugs, and for a fleeting moment, it feels like the Salem of old, where love wins, and family matters most. Yet even as champagne flows, eyes flicker toward Abe and Paulina. They stand side by side, but their connection feels fractured. When someone mentions Theo's promotion, the atmosphere tightens. Paulina's proud smile falters, Abe's jaw clenches. And then, the explosion. Paulina's voice cracks through the music. I just wanted him to be happy, Abe. Isn't that what every parent wants? Abe's tone is low but sharp. Not if happiness means losing him to the DiMeras. You went behind my back, Paulina. Again. Gasps ripple through the crowd. The music stops. And amid the silence, Lani and Eli exchange a helpless glance, realizing their homecoming has turned into a front-row seat to heartbreak. Eli Grant has witnessed conflict before, on the job, in families, even in himself. But nothing prepares him for this. The sight of his wife's heartbreak as she watches her parents, the people who once taught her how to love, slowly come apart. Lani's expression changes from confusion to quiet devastation. For her, this isn't just an argument, it's history repeating itself. Another love story being chipped away by pride, silence, and fear. Later that night, long after the guests leave and the glitter fades, Lani finds her mother sitting alone in the dim light of the empty gala hall. Paulina's sparkle is gone. Her shoulders slump. Her eyes are red. She whispers, barely audible, "Every time I try to fix my family, I make it worse." Lani kneels beside her, taking her hand gently. "You've always led with your heart, Mom. But maybe this time, it's not about leading. It's about listening." Across town, Eli stands with Abe, offering calm amidst anger. He reminds him that forgiveness doesn't erase pain, it transforms it. "It's not weakness to bend," Eli says softly. "It's how love survives." And for the first time all night, Abe listens. The next morning, Salem glows under a soft, forgiving sunrise. The echoes of the gala's chaos have quieted, leaving behind reflection, and maybe, a chance to rebuild. Outside the Horton Free Clinic, Lani and Eli stand together, breathing in the stillness. They came for celebration, but found something far deeper, the power of forgiveness. Inside, Abe approaches Paulina as she tidies what's left of the decorations. No grand gestures, no defensive pride, just honesty. He admits that his anger was fear of losing control, of watching his family slip away again. Paulina, eyes glistening, confesses that her biggest flaw has always been love without restraint. "I thought I was helping," she murmurs. "I know," Abe replies. "And I should have trusted that." The words bridge the gap between them. Slowly, Abe takes her hand. A simple act, but one that says everything. "We're not perfect, but we still choose each other." From across the room, Lani and Eli watch, smiling through tears. Their family may be scarred, but it's stronger than it looks. Yet just as peace settles, the camera shifts, revealing a dark silhouette in the corner of the room. Someone watching. Someone who never left. Lani and Eli's return may have healed their family, but in Salem, every moment of peace comes with a shadow. That mysterious figure at the gala, the one linked to the DiMera name, wasn't there by accident. And with Theo's sudden rise inside DiMera Enterprises, questions are already spreading through town. Was this homecoming a coincidence, or a setup? Did someone want the Carver-Price family back in Salem for a reason? For now, Lani and Eli leave with hope, unaware that a new storm is gathering behind them. One that will test every lesson they just learned. Because in days of our lives, love may heal wounds, but secrets always return to reopen them. Stay tuned, the storm after the smile is about to begin.